So my next book is a really short one, and it is called You Are Not Small by Anna Kang and illustrated by Christopher Wyant. And I really loved this book. So this book is about a bear, two bears, I do believe. And the big bear is saying, you are small. And he says, I am not small, you are big. And this bear says, I am not big. See? You are just like me, and you are small. I am not small, see? They are just like me. You are big. And so they go back and forth, describing, trying to figure out who's small and who's big. And then a big bear shows up, and he's like real big. He's real big. I'm trying to see. And by the end, they come to the conclusion that they are the same. And so they actually say, I'm hungry, let's eat. And so then they leave. So this is social and cognitive. And I classify this as a concept book because even though we're not saying, like the book's example, we're not saying the red circle, we're teaching them what bullying is and why we shouldn't do it and how it affects others. And so I think that's a huge concept to teach with our children. And so, so it's social and cognitive. It's a concept book because this is a concept all children need to learn. We need to be nice to each other. As far as my literary element, adjectives. So the adjectives in this book are small and big, but they are repeated and repeated and repeated. So then adjectives is something we would discuss. We discuss it prior to reading the book. And discuss what adjectives are, what kinds of words are adjectives, that kind of thing. And then after reading this, my activity would be you need to take 10 minutes, write 3 adjectives about yourself and 3 adjectives about your neighbor. So adjectives, for example, for me would be I am short, I am pale, and I have a small nose. Those would be adjectives. So, I mean, those are things that describe me. For them, I'd use more basic adjectives like I am short, I am fast, things like that. I am a boy. So, simpler adjectives for children. But I think doing 3 for you and 3 for your neighbor, 3 positive adjectives about yourself. So I think in that way, we're reaffirming the concept of be nice to yourself. Like, don't hate yourself. Don't say mean things about yourself. Be yourself and love who you are. And, I don't really know if the book supports that as a concept, but I support that as a concept. So that's why I chose this book. And it's really little. It's a really short little book. Doesn't have too many words, but I think it as somebody who's an educator, who wants to be an educator looking at it for a classroom, this packs a big punch. So that is what I have for You Are Not Small.